I was fed up and I was going to do something about it. I'd always been terrible with women. I stumbled upon the pickup artist world. It's unconventional, it's strange, but fuck it, it worked. After a lot of work, I was dating women that I never in a million years believed that I could be with. Women that were intelligent, beautiful, and incredible to spend time with. This was part of my ultimate life goal, to build the best version of my life possible, my charisma lifestyle. People were very judgmental. It conflicted with their worldview and their beliefs about love and relationships. I was passionate about the things that I was learning. I was applying them and getting real results in real life. So I'd go to my friends and I'd talk about this stuff and they'd push back and make me feel stupid. And even with the success, even when all of this stuff was working, silence. People threatened by somebody making a change. I even got ridiculed from guys that I know that are desperate and single, terrible with women themselves, who still felt entitled to tell me that I was getting it wrong. The same with the business. People totally unqualified, not chasing their own missions, not doing anything great, telling me what I should be doing. This kept happening. Every single area that I was trying to improve, there were always people trying to pull me back. Why is there so much resistance? I'm trying to build my own charisma lifestyle, the most awesome, authentic version of my life possible. And why is everybody fighting me on it? Most of us are completely unaware just how deluded we are about how things actually work. People everywhere disconnected from reality, convinced that they know what's going on. I was watching Owen Cook on YouTube and I remember seeing a video about crabs in a barrel. When one crab tries to climb out, you can be sure that the other crabs around it will reach out and pull it straight back down. Here's what I realized. It all comes down to fear, deep subconscious fear. I remember a guy at work, we were doing a shitty freezer job. The pay was good, but it was terrible. I told him that I had big plans. I remember how amazed I was when I heard his response. I saw the mechanism in real time. Without a second thought to ask me what my plans were, he turned around and said this: "You'll never find anything better than this." I remember being amazed watching this come out of his mouth. Amazed just at how limited his thinking was. Now this wasn't true, but he needed to believe it so he could be happy living his life. It wasn't about me and it wasn't about reality. It was about him. His deep insecurity, trapped in what felt safe and disconnected from his potential and disconnected from what he actually wanted. He was rationalizing to make sure that he could carry on living comfortably where he felt safe without having to need action or to justify why he's still in the same place. He was rationalizing to make sure that he could carry on living his life comfortably without the need to change anything. If I could leave and go and achieve something better, what did that say about him? He couldn't face the question. So instead, he needed me to fail. He needed my mission to be impossible. That way, he wasn't choosing to be stuck. He was just being realistic. This is universal. Everyone gives advice based on what they want to hear, not on what's good or what's useful or what works, but on what they need to hear. Ask a priest for advice and he'll tell you need to pray more. Ask a prostitute, she'll tell you that you need more sex. People give advice that keeps them comfortable. Most people simply don't have their lives sorted. I had friends who have never run a business telling me how I should run a business. Friends who are literal virgins telling me their philosophy on love and success with women. Everybody has an opinion. People who are stuck in the crisis are so confident about shit that they know nothing about. I saw a video online and it was a guy in a Lamborghini living his own version of an awesome charisma lifestyles. He pulls up at a petrol station. A cleaner walks past and mockingly says, "Great car, shame you couldn't follow the law though and get legal license plates." A millionaire being criticized by a cleaner. She's not trying to be helpful, she's trying to bring him down. People who are trapped need to pull down anybody who's escaped. What she's saying is, you're not so great. You broke the rules. I'm better than you. That's what they do. They can't stand to see you doing well. So they look for any crack that they can pull you back down. Here's where I was really fucked up. I wanted to become connected, more connected with my relationships, with my life purpose, and with other people. But I was stuck in this tension. I wanted to be liked by these people. They were part of my community and my life. So I never just did my thing without a care. I cared and I wanted them to like me. I also needed them to respect me. It hurt when they didn't. I was still disconnected from myself, from what I actually wanted, from my own charisma lifestyle. I was just a weird kid with this interest. I knew I wanted to break free, and they were actually preventing that. trying to keep me in my place, stuck with them. I knew I wanted to be better than that, so it felt like a battle. If I just didn't care, it would have been much easier. I was off work for a while, I was really struggling, and I went to see a counsellor. He told me something that just clicked. He said that I'd be spending my whole life giving other people my energy rather than directing it straight back at myself. I needed them to tell me that I was okay, and I was trying to become valuable because I wanted the approval of other people. There was this hurt kid inside who needed his mom or dad to tell him that he was good enough, and I never had it. So I was looking from that from every single person that I was interacting with. I've spent my whole life trying to earn approval, trying to do things in a way that other people will like me and respect me. Trying to earn approval from people who are still stuck in places that I don't want to be in anymore because I didn't feel good enough. He told me when I feel like this, I need to imagine that little hurt kid and tell him that everything's okay now because I've got you. This was the beginning of me building an operating system to get out. I read the 6 pillars of self-esteem, and this provided a framework around that little seed. I made it my own compass. Before I was being pulled by people in all directions, I never had a North Star. This became the foundation of my operating system, the framework for escaping from the connection crisis. I learned not to respect or care about the opinions of people who I didn't respect or who weren't where I wanted to be. We are who we listen to, we are our community, and we are the information that we consume. So I changed who I listened to. I changed my tribe, I changed my influences. I found other people who had achieved the things that I wanted to do, and I followed and respected their guidance. I surrounded myself with people who'd broke free, and I updated my operating system accordingly. I just stopped caring when I learned to love myself and care about my own reputation with myself more than I cared about my reputation with other people that I didn't respect or value. I didn't lose most of these people in some dramatic break. Some relationships transformed and they're still strong today. Others just faded naturally as I moved on. I started spending more time with people who supported me, people living their own charisma lifestyle, and people who supported and wanted to help me build my own. People who'd escaped. And the ones who didn't support me and the ones that didn't want me to grow, the ones trying to keep me stuck with them, trying to keep me disconnected and living a worse life, they slowly faded. I found better people, those who got out, doing interesting and incredible things with their lives, living with deep purpose and authenticity. I found people who got it, people aligned on the path towards charisma lifestyles, people with good characters who support growth and are of the same mindset. These are the crabs that have escaped. They're not pulling other people down, they're lifting them up. They are out there. I wake up living my own charisma lifestyles every single day, building something real and surrounding myself with people who enhance rather than drain, connected to myself, connected to others, living authentically and at my highest potential. It's build an operating system to become connected. It's something that you have to practice every day. The resistance will come, people will fight you, and some will fade away. But on the other side is the charisma lifestyle. It's freedom, real freedom, the kind that you build what matters without needing the validation and the permission from people still trapped who aren't going where you want to go. Real connection with people who celebrate your wins, a life that's actually yours. The crabs will always grab because that's what crabs do. People stuck in the crisis will always try and keep other people around them down. You need to decide if you're going to climb out anyway. You have to choose over and over. Every time they pull, every time that doubt creeps in, every time you want to go back to being who they were comfortable with. The freezer guy is still there, freezing his ass off, still stuck, while I'm living the charisma lifestyle free. Not because I'm special, because I saw the connection crisis for what it was and built an operating system to escape. If you're trapped seeking approval from people who want to keep you stuck with them, I built Connection OS to solve this problem. The collection of frameworks, my philosophy, my beliefs, what actually works to get you to the charisma lifestyle. Reach out below. 97% of people that don't like, engage, comment, subscribe. If you found this valuable, please help me out by engaging with me so I know that you're there. Check out the newsletter if you want frameworks and weekly reminders. Stay connected, smash your goals, and I'll see you next time.